Hey everybody, what is going on? Well. After 30 years, there has been talk and conspiracies thrown around of who murdered Tupac Shakur. Because of his memo and this book and his talk and interviews that he's done, he has told on himself. So he has no one to blame but himself. But us, the fans and the public, we are very grateful that now Tupac Shakur's murderer, allegedly murdered, is behind bars. And he will be getting the justice that he needs. But is this it? Was he the only one? I don't think so. A lot of people were saying Puff Daddy has a hand in it. Does he? Maybe. Will he get touched and charged? I doubt it. I doubt it very, very much. The death of Tupac Shakur after a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas remained a high-profile cold case for almost 30 years now. Stroking rap rival, conspiracy, media coverage around who wanted to influence a hip-hop star actor, because remember, he is an actor also, dead. Breaking news in Las Vegas. Police announced Friday the arrest of suspect Dwayne Keith Davis, one of 4 people thought to have been in that white Cadillac that night in 1996. He took away a music legend. The community worldwide has been wanting justice for Tupac Shakur for a very, very long time. But is this the end of it? Tupac's brother has something to say. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Who's long placed himself at the scene of the crime. Sarah Seidner has more on the investigation surrounding the murder of a trailblazer who was just 25 years old when he was gunned down.
Tupac Amaru Shakur was gunned down in Las Vegas in a drive-by shooting in 1996. At the time, he was one of the most prolific voices of a hip-hop generation. Shakur's lyrics read like poetry and give an unvarnished look at the life he was born into, a life he called thug life.
I can't play the music, guys. Sorry.
His brother meant by thug life.
The core of it is about looking out for the poor, the disenfranchised, and the kids. If you don't look out for the kids, they could turn out to be a monster. A lot of times, kids in these communities are forgotten about, left out, shorted.
Tupac's music explored themes about poverty, street violence, black liberation, and the love between a mother and son. As an American nightmare. He was a young black man who unchained himself from extreme poverty. His school friends say his nose was always in a book, always learning, but it was his music and acting that set him apart.
Tupac was extremely passionate, very honest, and raw in his approach to communicating.
He became a world.
It's sad that his mother is not here today to see this. Wow. But I know she is probably, most likely, she's watching. She's watching, you know. It said, his friend said that his mind and stuff was in the books. And I could believe it. because the poetry of his music, a lot of people don't look at it like that. But to me, I do. Tupac has a word, a way of words, the way he puts his stuff together, his music, the vibe. He's just different. He's not like any other hip hop artist back then that I've seen. His music was poetry and it will forever live on. And because I used to love poetry when I was younger, and I love Tupac. One of my biggest memories of his song was Dear Mama. Because that song I could relate to. But besides me, let's get it back into it.
World-famous icon of a then-emerging genre of music, hip-hop, only to be gunned down at just 25 years old near a Las Vegas street corner. Retired Las Vegas Police Lieutenant Chris Carroll was first on the scene that September day.
I ended up pulling Tupac out of the car. I spoke to him. He was still alive. He was still breathing. I was asking him who did it, who shot him, what happened. And that's when he responded to me with the now infamous words, F you.
To put it mildly, Shakur was not a fan of police. One reason his mother...
And I was just about to say that. The reason he said that, because why would he trust the police? I'm pretty sure he knew they're not going to do anything if they do find out who got me. And why would I talk to y'all after y'all charged me with R? Why would I even deal with y'all? He wasn't a fan of the police at all. So I could see him probably saying to this guy, F you. Fuck you. What do you mean? What are you going to do about it? Who did it?
Mother says he experienced police violence while still in her womb. Alfani Shakur recounted the FBI charging into her home, guns out and carting her off to jail. She was a member of the Black Panthers. She defended herself in court and won her case against the state.
He was born 1 month and 3 days after we were acquitted.
Tupac also had his own run-ins with violence in the law.
I will make this court proud if they give me the chance to do so. I mean, I'm sure you don't need to see another black face behind bars.
He was a natural-born fighter for black causes, born of members of the Black Party.
I am his mother, and to a large extent, I feel as though Tupac came into this world carrying my Black Panther Party past was his baggage.
He himself was shot 5 times during a robbery in Quad Studios at Times Square, and he survived. But he always thought East Coast rappers had set him up.
I surely remember that. I broke down crying like if he was my baby daddy. I swear I did. That was a very, very, very memorable moment. I remember because I was living in a group home at that time. I was real young. And the staff said that he had got shot 5 times. And we all just was like, what? He was a strong man. Them beasts but could not take him out. He was strong. He was going to make it. Because I believe he still has something. He still has some work that needed to be done. He still had that beautiful poetry music that needed to be out there still. So he was like, nah, I'm fighting this. Y'all not going to get rid of me. Get rid of me just yet. And he lived 5 bullets.
He was arrested multiple times, accused of violence, but Tupac went to prison after being convicted of sexual abuse in 1995. That happened about a month before the release of his album, Me Against the World.
I got nothing to lose, it's just me against the world, baby.
In 1996, Los Angeles police did pick up and question a man they say belonged to a gang. Orlando Anderson was named a suspect in the case, but he was never charged.
Were you involved in any way in the death of Tupac Shakur?
No, I was not involved. I mean, I'm like a victim. You know what I'm saying? I feel, you know what I'm saying, sorry for him.
The night of Tupac's murder, surveillance showed Anderson being beaten by Shakur and his entourage in Las Vegas. Hours later, Shakur was gunned down in a drive-by. Now, police say they finally arrested his killer, the uncle of the initial prime suspect.
My thoughts are, yeah, this information has been out there. What took so long? It's a type of victory, you know. It's bittersweet still. Stay tuned. I miss my brother. You know what I mean? At the all of that, I miss my brother. So, you know, I'm glad something's happening.
And Sarah Seidner joins us now. What more do we know about the indictment?
You know, it's interesting. It's just a true bill, so it's only a couple of pages. And you look through it, and, you know, you've got some things, some themes here. You've got this man who was the uncle of the initial prime suspect.
The guy who was
case.
interviewed back, Orlando Anderson.
That's right. So you have his uncle. Just 2 months ago, they went and searched his house, and everyone was shocked that they were still investigating this 27 years later. But when you look through this, there's always been this talk of these two men being in a gang that is mentioned here, that he was a part of the Southside Compton Crips. And they say that police say he purchased the weapon that was used in the killing. Now, he has always said, he's come out himself and sort of said, yeah, I was there.
Numerous theories.
He was there. Boy, was he there. Because we know that because he done told the world about a lot of things that was going on at that time. He did a lot of interviews, and I believe he did one with VAG TV. Like, this man was all over a ton of shit. When you thought that when they bust your house, boo, what you thought they was just coming to say, hey, what's up? We're going to see what you got going on here. No, boo. They were coming to get you. Now you got the clout that you always wanted, Orlando. You got the clout that you wanted. You wanted it so bad for almost 30 years by telling things. But like his brother said, it's been out there, but why now? He got the clout he wanted. Y'all, put the thumbs up to the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you even think that they're going to do a trial? Like, do you think that this is even going to go on? Is he going to stay locked up? Or do you think they're going to do like they do the other murderers out there? Put him in jail for a couple of months, maybe a couple of weeks, and then let him back out on the street? I want to know your thoughts down below. Everyone, have a blessed night. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It's free. It's not hard. Just hit it. Bye, y'all.